Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited. We're going to be testing out the Fenty foundation. I got this incredibly adorable Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation Deluxe Sample from Sephora. They are giving these away with a $35 purchase. Right now, if you use the code FentyFace on Sephora's website, it looks like they have about 6 shades for you to choose from. I picked the lightest shade 150, and as it's 6 milliliters, it works out to be about an $8 sample. The full size is 32 milliliters, and that retails for 42 Canadian dollars. 150 is a light shade with a neutral undertone, and the foundation itself claims to be a medium coverage foundation for all skin types. It advises you to shake it really well before using, and they also say to find your actual color match, you need to wait for it to dry down before you pick your actual shade. And if you're torn between two colors, you probably want to go with the lighter shade as it does dry down. That's what Sephora's website says. She also brought out a primer, and they do recommend that you use it with her primer. I'm just gonna wear it on my face. My face is clean and freshly moisturized. The little deluxe sample is a generous size in a frosted little bottle here, and it's got a little pump. I'm going to be applying my foundation today with a brush, just one of my Fake Artiste brushes. And I'm going to start, I doubt this pump is the same as the full foundation pump, so I'm just going to do a couple pumps on the back of my hands. My skin's actually looking pretty decent. This is the side with all the trouble. But yeah, let's get blending. Let me find my mirror. Alright, it goes on really beautifully. It kind of feels a little bit dry, a little bit powdery. I personally have really oily skin, and it's supposed to be really good for oily skin. The coverage is really nice. I usually wouldn't go back in and cover up those little acnes, but today I am actually going to. I just kind of want to make all that stuff disappear. So if I can do that all with my foundation without having to go back in with concealer, I really like that. Excellent, looks good. I feel like there's just one tiny patch of redness on my skin. It's so faint, you guys probably can't even see it. But just in the middle of my forehead, I have an area with a little bit of texture. But everywhere else, it looks really, really nice. I'm just going to apply the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. So just give me a second. Alright, and under the eyes, I just used my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. On the cheeks, I have some Benefit Sunbeam and some Tarte blush. And now I'm just going to set everything. Just using my Coty Airspun, which is a regular for me. Alright, and so far the foundation is a really great match. The neutral undertone kind of goes with what I think. I have a slightly neutral cool undertone. I do the double chin test. It's looking good. It feels really great. I really like that kind of powdery dry feeling. I feel like it will hopefully help absorb my oils throughout the day. I don't really have too much to say aside from this. One notable thing about Fenty Beauty is that at launch she released it with 40 shades, which is an incredible number of shades. It's a launch that really promotes diversity and being able to find a match for anybody, no matter how pale or how dark your skin color is. And the foundation is also cruelty-free. It definitely is a very matte finish. I don't know the difference between matte and soft matte, but maybe as time goes on, it'll become less matte. So I'm gonna wear this for the next 12 hours and check in with you throughout the day. So let's go spot how it looks in natural light and then start the day. Here we go. Alright, it's the end of the night here. Let's take a look at this foundation. Now, to be completely honest, I did feel a little bit more greasy than I expected to throughout the day. That being said, I had a very adult day where I had a oven pizza for lunch, which I continued to eat for dinner. So I did have more greasy food than I would normally have. It was a pepperoni pizza. But I had kind of almost expected like overly dry feeling foundation today. But you can see my skin is kind of greasy. It's got a little bit of a sheen and it didn't feel like overly dry. I blotted once before today and I'm not filling up these blotting sheets. Normally I would go through maybe 1.5 of these blotting sheets, but I filled up maybe like 75% of it. So I'm not like overly greasy. I'm just not as matte as I thought I would be. The coverage is really good. I think it wore very nicely. I feel like things weren't like 100% covered up, but I didn't feel like I needed to go in with extra concealer or anything. It took the redness down to an acceptable level. And I think my skin looks really good. There's no settling around my nose or in my lines or on my forehead, so that's really great. But I think my favorite thing about the foundation is just how like lightweight and silky it feels on the skin. It feels really, really nice. I was wearing it the other night and I had pulled off my false eyelashes and I was just like doing stuff on the computer and I was ready to go to bed and I forgot I needed to like go wash my face. Normally at the end of the night you get that thick, heavy feeling on your face and you're like, okay, I need to take off my foundation because I just feel like a grease ball. I don't get that at all with this. It still feels kind of like light and powdery and really nice, super lightweight. I feel like with this foundation you get the coverage and oil control of like my favorite Estee Lauder Double Wear, but it's just a lot lighter feeling. This color 150 is decent, but I don't think it's a perfect match. I think that being able to try out a sample like this is a great way to kind of figure out, okay, am I neutral undertone in this line? Is the 100 level a good like shade range for me to be at? I feel like the lightness is fine. It's not too dark, it's not too light. I think it's just a little bit too yellow toned compared to the rest of my face. So I think I would need something just a little bit cooler in tone. Overall, I really enjoyed wearing this foundation. I wore it twice previously to this video and I still have a ton of foundation to use up in this little sample. If you can get your hands on a sample or go into Sephora and get like a little sample bucket, I would highly recommend you do it. Especially if you're an oily girl like me who loves the Estee Double Wear. I feel like this is a great similar but more lightweight feeling product. I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5. I think one of the downsides I would say is that when you first apply it, it looks like it's gonna be a good match, but then as it dries down and as you wear it throughout the day, there is like a slight shift, but you do have to give it like quite a long time to actually see that difference in color, which can kind of be annoying if you have to like apply it and leave right away. You kind of want it to like match up and not have to wait like an hour to see what your foundation actually looks like. But aside from that, I love the range so far. I'm gonna pick up a couple other Fenty products to try out, so look forward to that in an upcoming video. And yeah, I'm surprisingly happy with the wear of this foundation. Have you tried it out? Did you get a sample? Did you jump on the hype train and get one right away? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give this a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you'd like to see more beauty videos from me. I do a new beauty video every single day of the week. If you want to help support my channel, the best thing you can do is share my videos with anybody else who might find it helpful or find these topics interesting. You can check some similar videos out up here in the corner. And you can also help support my channel over on Patreon. I'll have it linked in the end card here. Aside from that, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a great week so far. I really appreciate you spending all this time with me. And I hope to see you tomorrow in my next beauty video. Bye.